ignore my washer loudly going off in the background. I have work in the morning. I have to get up at 7. And I have to stay up for an hour because I forgot to do my laundry. Hello, doppelganger. Yeah, that's fun. Oh, it's at 69%. That's nice. Wow. You're just gonna spoil the whole thing, aren't you, Doppel? Anyway, yeah. My name is Sasha Leon. I use they them pronouns, AMRs if you want to get funky. I'm gonna be cringe and talk about My Hero Academia drawing I made. Or honestly, just about whatever. This is a drawing of Dobby from My Hero Academia. And I really, really like Dobby's story. I really do. I'm a villain liker in My Hero Academia, which is a fate worse than death in my opinion, because, oh boy, they sure do have villains. Anyone who relates on a personal level to Dobby, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The shit they're doing with Endeavor, I could just complain about it forever. Oh my god, they did not write that well. Anyway, I'm not here to complain about writing because I could be here forever, and yeah. Anyway, I am currently drawing Dobby in an outfit that only a white woman going to brunch would wear. Because I like to think he would wear that. Because I am dead convinced Dobby would look fucking amazing in a skirt. And I will stand by that. Cat, what are you doing? Did you already knock? Oh, my dude. Okay, anyway, so Doppel is being a nuisance, as he wants to. But yeah. If I sound exhausted, I am. I just realized I had to do laundry. And didn't even realize it. What the fuck is on my... Oh my god. Off my screen. Oh my god. What the fuck? Yeah. Anyway. Sorry, a bug landed on my screen and looked really freaky. Anyway, as you see, I'm positioning the hands. One of these days, I'm going to force myself to do a hand study. Because I've gotten so lazy with these hands for so long. Thank you, Doppel, for covering half the screen so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna be real with you, I drew this like a while ago. I just completely have been exhausted. Anyway, I did get... The hardest thing for me is Dobby's eyes. Because they... Fuck, I know I was gonna watch this. I'm using headcanon pronouns. Call me cringe, I don't care. Anyway, I think, see, I went straight to the schnauzer after giving up on the eyes. But, their eyes are really hard for me, mainly because their eyes are not as narrow as they are. Like, they're not like Shiguragi's eyes. But they give off a similar appearance because they're always half-lidded. And with my art style, which is just shit, it's hard to really convey that. That's always a nice challenge. Also, I suck at drawing Dobby's hair. And yes, I gave up on the other eye. Yeah. I like Dobby's design. I like drawing Dobby's design, even if I'm absolute shit at it and I get exhausted at the end of it. Honestly, these next two pieces that I drew, which I'll probably make a video about the second one, soon. Yeah, these pieces I drew were just kind of very low effort. But I did join a community on Tumblr that's like My Hero Academia Villains, so I'm definitely going to be drawing more of that. Because I am a huge My Hero Academia fan, I'm a huge Shigaragi Tomura fan. Call me cringe, I know I am, but it's just nice to actually have energy to do fan art again. But yeah. Dobby's design is always really fun to draw. I like adding the staples. I think in one specific... Yeah, and for context, I actually had to step away from the drawing for a while. And I had to get off, so that's why I wrote the note of recheck scars. And I did. Ah, fuck! Okay, you get to see Cursed Dobby soon. Don't worry. You'll see Cursed Dobby. I am a professional. No, they're not. I was just checking scars. God, Dobby's design is amazing. I'm just gonna say it. I love their design. The staples, such a solid aesthetic. And then if you look at their actual canonical outfit and not whatever the fuck I put them in, their shirt can either be down low and cover their midriff and give a tit window, or cover the tits but show off their midriff. And I just find that very funny. And then the hardest part, honestly, for my art style is getting skin tones right. I'm sure I've mentioned this in the past, but especially with paler skin tones, it's really hard with how I draw and shade, especially since the colors are just out there and present, for them to look good. And I am always like extra careful when I'm drawing Asian characters, because if I'm gonna get in trouble for a lot of things, one of them is not yellow washing a character. And I just feel awful if I did, honestly. Here I am. I don't even know if I did Dobby's hair right. I just kind of freeballed it. I've always struggled with spiky hair like that. That's why I never draw Bakugo, despite loving Bakugo's character. They did not write his character well, but I like what they did with him. Yeah. Simple stuff. I'm sorry for this awful commentary. I am absolutely exhausted. I was literally in bed, like, oh, shit, I need to do laundry. I was about to sleep, and I have to stay up an hour later, and I have to get 6 hours of sleep, and I'm gonna just, all awful. Anyway. A fun fact I like to do is I don't like to draw with pure black or pure white. I'll do it with a shading, but I'll never do it with actual colors or coloring in, just because shading. And if you do it, honestly, just depending on how you have your background and all that, you can make it seem pretty dark. Most people will not be able to tell that that's not solid black. Or did I color pick that? If I color picked it, it's solid black. But if I didn't, then it's not. Do you know Aizawa from Eraserhead? His suit is green. Also, that was a very pinkish color. Sometimes you fail, sometimes you don't, but I tend to do like off-white and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know, I had fun doing this outfit. As you can see, I'm actually lining things out, although I did a very low effort color it all in as I go type thing. Because, well, I don't know. Jesus Christ. Anyway. It's a very low effort thing. I haven't had a lot of energy recently. And I'm sure that's obvious to tell in a lot of my drawings, but I'm hoping to continue drawing. I know I'm still labeling as day, whatever, despite the fact I'm, not posting every day. That's because I want to. There's really no other reason. It didn't help I had coffee before this. Oh, I finally found coconut milk that could be refrigerated. God, it's so hard to find coconut milk. I love coconut milk so much. I find it's unsweetened, which is sad, but that's fine. I just add sugar, and I added it to my coffee, and it was so good. Oh my god. I cannot make another cup, because then I'll just pass out. Yeah. It's also fun with Dobby and their scars, figuring out what colors work well. I know some people writers like to describe them wearing in Shigedabi Fix, Jesus Christ, stop yawning, in Shigedabi Fix, describing Dobby wearing red. And I think that'll look great with their scars, except it's really hard to find the shade of red. I tend to not color in or draw with red anyway, mainly because I sketch in red. So that's a fault of mine. I don't know why I sketch in red, actually. I just always have. It's just like one of those colors I just kind of defaulted towards sketching. I don't think there's any reason, really. I do green for the finer details. Like, red is usually the anatomy, so if I'm drawing a furry, like an anthro character, most of the time I will draw, like, or if I'm drawing ears, I will draw the ears in red. Basically, silhouette is in red, but, like, everything else is usually in green. I don't know, it's interesting. I don't know why I do it like that. Okay, now we're coloring. Cursed. Yeah, no, this is cursed Dobby. Oh my goodness. Mouthless Dobby. It is fun, though, coloring, and it's not as difficult as I used to think it was to color in Dobby's scars, mainly because I just used the Lock Transparency thing, and that usually works out pretty well. And of course, I'm getting that now. Dobby's nose is surprisingly big, not gonna lie. It took me off guard, but I mean, you gotta find room to fit 3 nose piercings. I love how in their design they were given not just staples but also piercings to just stuff that they themselves have reached out for. Also, I love how it's just universal in everything that Dobby has their dick pierced. I'm surprised in, like, official art that Dobby did not have their tongue pierced. But I like the idea of the stitches, you know? I wonder if they can actually taste things now with the stitches. Probably not, honestly. Also, how does that work? I have questions. I have not watched the latest season of My Hero Academia, and honestly, I'm probably not going to. Mainly because I hear, and spoiler for it, I hear that Shigaraki Tomura dies, and I'm not that interested in the other stories. I like Toga's story. They killed off twice, so I'm not interested in Toga's story anymore, because I know she's going to just be mourning the shit out of that. I never have really been interested in Spinner. Like, I wish so badly I could like him. Oh my god, I wish. But, no. Okay, I'm trying to improve the hand. No, I'm not. But, I can't. Compress is... Okay, without Twice or Mag there, I can't really get into the other characters. I have no interest in Kirigiri outside of him interacting with Tomura and the caretaker, and I don't care about All For One, I'm gonna be real with you. The main stories I care about the most is, like, Shigaragi's. And of course, since he died now, it's kind of the moot point. It's mainly the villain stories I'm interested in, and then I'm just not really interested in what they're doing with Endeavor, because I just don't like how they're handling that story, and of course that's tied to Dobby. And then Hawks, I've heard awful things about how he's being handled in this season. So, yeah, if Shigaragi comes back, I'll give it another shot, but Toga just feels a bit too sad without Twice. Compress just... it doesn't interest me without the rest of the league. Mag is dead. Kirigiri doesn't interest me unless he's in juxtaposition with... Oh, hey, I finished the art. I'm just finishing it up right now. Yeah. There you go. But yeah, Kirigiri, I'm not interested in... Unless I'm seeing him fight against All For One. All For One, I'm definitely not interested in his story. I don't give a shit. And then... I don't know, it's just... Yeah, I'm just not super interested in any of them. Not interested in how they're handling... And I'm happy with how they're handling Endeavor's story, so I'm not interested in Dobby. Never really got into Spinner. Toga, without Twice, and with all the heartache she's been through, I'm just not into seeing more torture porn. And then Twice, of course, died. And then, you know, Compress is... Yeah, Compress is there, which is unfortunate, because I would love to know more about him. He's just there. I don't really do much with him from what I've seen. But yeah, that's just my own personal... And of course, I just don't like I don't care about All for One. Throw his potato-looking ass back in prison. So yeah, I am content to live in my own little fantasy world. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be watching season 7 anytime soon, unless, again, of course, Shigaraki Tomura comes back. And if he doesn't, well, then he and Mag and Twice are in a rowboat. They are on an island having a vacation. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to continue drawing something new, actually. I have something working on. But yeah. If anyone is watching this, why? And also, I hope you have a lovely day or night. Comment a art request below. I'm not going to get to it. I will say I will, and then I won't, but I might. There's like a 15% chance, especially with art fight coming up, you know? Anyway, bye.